Welcome to Comfort Havoc number 2. It's Thursday. I don't have to work yet, but I do have to work today. It's not really a real job, but it's paying the bills. And I appreciate the people that I do what I do for. Anyway, I want to say this because I'm sick and tired of these commercials with all these political people blaming Obama for this, and what have you. I say, hold on. Y'all forgot that everybody who came before him made the mess, and he's playing the cleanup, which most black people do. We have to clean up behind people. It don't have nothing to do with race. It's just a simple fact that if you look into many cleaning businesses, unless they're white women or Mexican women or Asian women, you rarely see any white men doing cleanup. However, unless you're in the army like I was, and we did a lot of cleaning up in Delta, and we were all colors. Most of the black men really have janitorial jobs, and it's not something to be ashamed of because a job is a job. If the paycheck is green, you ain't got to be mean. Just do your damn job. So there was a commercial that I just saw, and I had to record this right now because if I don't, I'm gonna forget it. And it had something about Obamacare and your doctors. Did you weren't gonna lose your doctors? Okay, first off, if your doctor does not take Obamacare, that's not Obama's fault. If your doctor can't appreciate Obamacare, again, that's not your doctor being overly joyful and, yeah, I'll take Obamacare. No, that's your doctor giving you the finger because you have Obamacare. It's not Obama's fault if your doctor decides that he wants to be a douchebag full of dick tips. That's your doctor's fault. So if you're gonna run these political commercials about Obamacare and your doctor's abandoning you, maybe you ought to talk to the doctors that are abandoning people because they have Obamacare. Because I'm a vet and I don't have any kind of health care because I don't have a fucking real job that I can afford to pay for health care, whether it's Obamacare or not. Before Obamacare, I didn't have a job that had health care. When I was working at Browns, I had Anthem. I can't afford to pay them now that I don't have a real paying job. So before everybody goes blaming Obama for shit that he is not in control of, and that the people in Congress, you fucking Republicans put there, refuse to let him do this. Well, let me drop something to y'all. I got a lot of friends that's Canadian, alright? And I love Canada. I have no intention on moving up there unless someone up there tells me that an American can buy property up there and I don't have to come back home and I can get health care. If that's cool and I can do that, I'm northern bound. Although I do honestly, truly, the guy hate the cold. And if I do have to move to Canada, I'm moving to Regina, Saskatchewan. All right, because that just sounds like a cool ass place to be. Thank you, Deadpool and Ryan Reynolds. Anyway, you can't blame Obama if your doctor doesn't accept Obamacare. You can only blame the one person who doesn't accept Obamacare, which would be your fucking doctor. So whoever's putting out all these commercials about Obamacare this, Obamacare that, okay, we're a little bit better than we were before Obamacare because a lot of people just can't afford health insurance. And health insurance companies shouldn't hike the prices up in the first place so that people who have small business could offer their people that they're paying money to that's working for them health care. So before you go planning all these anti-Obama things, the man is coming out of office in a month and a half. You know, leave him the fuck alone. Let him enjoy his Thanksgiving while whoever's going to go into office goes into office, and hopefully either they're going to make the country better or they're going to make the country worse. But we were in a clusterfuck before Obama. So before you guys start jumping down the throat of Obama, maybe you ought to look at the guy who came in before him. Yeah, you guys don't want to say nothing bad about George Bush, right? Yeah, well, he's not the president anymore. He'll have Secret Service protecting him for the rest of his life, and you still have freedom of speech because this is America. And the First Amendment right in America is you have the right to say whatever the fuck you want about whoever you want as long as you're not slandering them so that they can't sue you. I didn't say anything bad about George Bush, except for the fact that he left us in this fucking fix. Y'all might not want to admit it because he's a white man, and y'all are afraid. See this? I served a little bit in the army. I'm not afraid to speak my fucking mind, and if I magically disappear, well, you guys know what happened. It's just that simple. What are you going to do? You're going to arrest me for voicing my opinion. I have not committed any crime by voicing my opinion. If you've been watching my videos, then you would know that I'm straightforward and to the point, and I don't sugarcoat, and I don't bite. Anything that I say is generally only a reflection of how I feel. And I have the right to feel any damn way I want. this clusterfuck of America is not Obama's fault. What the fucking problem is the people that we vote for who just won't let the man fix the country. And now that he's out, he can't fix the country. And if you're not voting, you don't have the right to complain. And if you're airing these anti-Obama commercials and all this other bullshit while the man is leaving office, then you need to get kicked in your nutsack. Or you can just mother dick it. Anyhow, as I close out, I am tired of everybody blaming Obama for the clusterfuck that is America. No, he was trying to repair the problem that happened before he got in office. And in his situation, and I respect you, Barack Obama, because you did make change. And secondly, my drill sergeant used to pick on me and saying that I was you while I was in the army. Anyway, if if anything, he was trying to fix the clusterfuck that is our country. So you guys who's Obama haters and all this other shit, suck my nuts. Because honestly, it wasn't his fault. He was damned if he did and damned if he don't. He was damned if he did and damned if he don't. And it's the same thing like when you're going in Hillary or Trump. They're both damned if they do and damned if they don't. And first and foremost, the only thing that Trump has done has insulted veterans, insulted minorities, want to build a wall. Yeah, that didn't work out so well for China when Japan came over. And yet you want to do this, but you want to get the minorities to build your wall. You want to waste precious resources. We have a big fence at Border Patrol, and they're still getting through. You think they can't scale a fucking wall? And I've said this before, so I'm going to say this again before I close out. I hate to tell you guys, but technically, Mexicans are Native Americans. You probably don't want to believe this, but here's a tip. Do your history. Do your research. Incans, Aztecs, and Mayans are of Native American tribal descent. Whether you want to accept it or not, it's a whole different ballgame. Because when the land bridge still existed, and all the tribes came over, some tribes broke off and became Eskimos or Inuit. I'm probably not saying that right because I'm Cherokee. Then some came all the way to the East Coast, which again, Cherokee, Powhatan, Creek, etc. You guys know our tribes. Apache was forced from the mid-western states to Florida because most of the Apaches originated in Texas, New Mexico, and even in Mexico. And Mexicans are Indians, but Cortez screwed them up, so they became who they are. Their languages of the Incans, the Aztecs, and the Mayans are all dead because of Cortez. But yet there are still Native American tribes living down in the Amazon in South America. So if you think for a New York minute that they don't have the right to be here, the truth be told, the only people who really don't have the right to be here is all of us except for the people of Native American descent. Now granted, I am not full-blooded Cherokee. And I'm very proud of my black and white heritage until one of them or the other of them choose to do something stupid. And sometimes when an Indian does something stupid, I feel really horrible about being Indian too. So as the person on here who does not have the right to be a racist, let me be the first to tell y'all that, there hasn't been a Native American president. There have been tribal leaders, but no one has decided to run for president. The laws of being the president of the United States apparently have changed a lot since 1984 because Ronald Reagan was a president back in the 80s and he was an actor. I don't know if he had a law degree, but when I was going to school, they told us you had to have some law degree or be some type of lawyer of some level or another to be the president of the United States. Apparently, that's a crock of bullshit. I don't think Donald Trump has any law degree or whatever, and I know that Hillary was a lawyer. It says so on her bio sheet. And, Barack was a lawyer. So why in the hell, if that's the case, now you have to be at least 35 years old and you have to be born in America. That's pretty much the only two requirements now. What happened to all the other requirements they taught me back in school? So as I close out, again, for you haters of Obama and Obamacare, you can't blame Obama for your doctor's decision to not accept Obamacare. Okay? I'm done with that. My name is James Williams Jr. This is Comfort Having number 2. Be seeing you.